what I want to start off with is a quick review of some of the things, not everything that we were supposed to learn over the last 2 or 3 weeks. Um, First, I want to start off with our one no trump opening, which was supposed to show what?
15, 17 points. Balanced hand. At least 2 cards in every suit.
Right. Yeah, balanced means at least 2 cards in every suit. Well, it's even a little more specific than that. It means no singleton, no void, right? And what? Only one doubleton. So this means no singleton, no void, and either no doubleton or one doubleton. That is a 2-card suit. If you have 2 doubletons, some bridge players will still open one no trump. But if you have 2 doubletons, that's what we call a semi-balanced hand. So if you're strictly talking about balanced hands, you have at most 1 doubleton. Okay, erase that. And let's talk about our responses to one no trump. We have our no trump responses and we have our major suit responses. So our no trump responses are going to include pass, because we'll end up in one no trump if we pass our partner out there, 2 no trump, and 3 no trump. There are other responses you can make, but those are more slam oriented. We're not going to be talking about slam bidding during these 8 or 9 weeks, but we can sometime in the future if you're interested. So what do each of these no trump responses mean?
Oh, that's good. 6 points or less.
0 to 4, 0 to 6, 0 to 5. I've heard some guesses, but instead of guessing, let's talk it out and think it through. How many points is generally required to bid a game?
26.
25 or 26. So if you're passing, you're telling your partner, remember that bidding is a conversation. So if you're passing, you're let's see, bidding is a conversation, and we always want to answer 2 questions. What are the 2 questions?
Where?
Okay, so our answer to where is, do we want to play a no trump or a suit, and if so, which suit? And how high is, do we want to play in a part score, game, or slam? So if we're reasoning this out, a pass is basically saying that we definitely want to play in a part score. We have no intention of playing in a game at all. So how strong could your hand be at most, but you're still sure that you want to stop in a part score? Let's see.
6 points.
Okay, I've heard all the numbers.
If you only have 6 points, then the max you could have is 24 points. There's not enough for a game.
Right, less than 9.
Okay, let's try each of these numbers that I've heard. Let's try, if you have, we'll go with what Craig said. If you have 6 points,
right,
then your total between your partnership is
max of 23.
Up to 23. So you don't want to be in a game. What if you have 7 points?
You're at 24.
24. Still working.
Right. So 7, you would still pass. What about 8?
Oh, maybe.
2 no trump.
Yeah. Yep. 8 would be too much because maybe you do belong in a game. So pass is going to show 0 to 7. You can reason that out by thinking, if I add my points to what my partner has promised, It's not enough for a game, no matter if they're minimum or maximum. Not enough for a game, so we should pass. And then let's skip ahead to 3 no trump again. 3 no trump is a game, so you need to have enough points to justify bidding a game. How many points is that?
10 plus.
Yep, 10 or more. Because 10 plus the 15 that your partner's promised is 25, and you want to be in a game with 25. And so 2 no trump must be in between 8 to 9. And the message here is, partner, if you have a maximum hand, if you're closer to 17, please go on and bid 3 no trump. And if you're minimum, if you're closer to 15 than you are to 17, then please pass. We don't belong in the game. So this is soliciting more information from partner. And I'll go ahead and note these messages here. This is a sign off, meaning partner is not expected to bid again. This is a sign off. Again, partner is not expected to bid again. And this one is invitational, which means partner may or may not bid again depending on their hand. Okay. So our major suit responses that we learned in week 2, we can bid 2 hearts or 2 spades. I'll just abbreviate that as 2 of capital M, any major. We can bid 3 of a major, and we can bid 4 of a major. 2 of a major, I'll give this to you. This is a sign off. And 4 of a major is also a sign off. Both of these say, partner, please do not bid. So what kind of hand would you have to bid 2 of a major, expecting your partner to pass?
Well, 8 or 9 points.
8 or 9 points? 8 or 9 points you want to invite. How weak would your hand be to tell your partner to stop?
I guess 7 points.
Yeah, 0 to 7 points. And how many cards would you want to have in your suit? 5. Because you know your partner has at least 2, so it's at least a 7 card fit. And about half the time, partner will have 3 or more, and you have an 8 card or better fit. So a 7 card fit is okay if you're going to stop an apart score. At least you have more than the opponents. But you don't want to do this with a 4 card suit, because if your partner only has 2, that means the opponents have 7, and they actually have more trumps than you. And that's usually a disastrous situation. Okay, 4 of a major. This is a sign off. What is the logic behind this bid?
Well, you've got game.
Yeah, you're answering the question for your partnership in one bid. Where and how high? Where you want to play in your suit? How high you want to be in a game? So how strong would your hand have to be to know that you belong in a game?
10 points or more.
Yeah.
6.
10 or more points. Because you add that to your partner's strength that they promised, and you've got 25 or more points. And how many cards would you need in your suit to be sure that should be a good trump suit?
At least 6.
At least 6, because we're always looking for 8 card major suit fits, also known as the golden fit.
Well, if the opening bid only has 15 and you have 10, that's only 25 points.
Yeah, 25.
26 points.
So the way I think about this and the way I use this is 25 is an optional game. Like you would bid it, most of the time, but if you stop an apart score with 25 points, that's usually okay. It's usually right on the edge. With 26 or more, you must bid a game.
Okay.
So with this 10 points, you know you have at least 25. So you're at least in the optional game category. But if partner has anything extra, you have to bid a game. So 3 of a major, I'll give this to you because it's not exactly intuitive. Because this shows, let me pick a different color. This is our first example of a forcing bid, which tells partner they must bid again. And it shows 10 or more points. And shows exactly 5 cards. And this is a forcing bid, and it gives your partner the option of either going back to 3 no trump if they only have 2 cards in your suit, you don't have an 8-card fit, or they can raise and go to 4 of your suit if they do have 3 or more cards in your suit.
What if you have a 5-card major and 8 or 9 points?
Yeah, good observation. 8 or 9 points, 5-card majors are missing from this chart. And that is one thing we will use stamen and or transfers, which we'll talk about in week 9, to handle. So this is not a complete chart of everything you could have. So for now, we're just going to pretend that we never get 8 or 9 points with 5 cards. Or if you do happen to be dealt one, you can fall back to the no trump responses for now.